You know, there's something people do all the time, so automatically, that they barely even notice it. They interrupt good moments. And maybe right now, you're going to truly notice this for the first time. Because think about it. How many times in your life did things finally start feeling good? Calm, warm, peaceful, alive. But instead of simply staying in that feeling, you somehow ruined it yourself. Sometimes with thoughts, sometimes with anxiety, sometimes by suddenly distracting yourself, sometimes by preparing for something bad, sometimes with this strange inner tension that appeared exactly when life was finally good. And the most interesting part, most people don't even realize they're doing it themselves. They think the moment just ended. But very often, people simply do not allow themselves to stay in good feelings for long. Now, let's be honest. Have you noticed how difficult it sometimes is to simply enjoy a moment without analyzing it, without anxiety, without thinking about the future, without trying to control everything? A person sits in a beautiful place, but thinks about problems, spends time with loved ones, but stays tense inside, gets good news, and immediately starts expecting something bad. And this is a very important mechanism because many nervous systems are simply not used to safety. For them, feeling good feels unfamiliar, and the nervous system often treats unfamiliar feelings as potential danger. So a strange inner process begins the moment life feels good. Anxiety suddenly appears, as if the mind says, "This is too calm, this is too good, don't relax," and the person unconsciously destroys the moment. Now let's go deeper. Why does this happen? First reason, many people grew up in environments where peace never lasted long. One day, everything was fine, and the next day, there was conflict, criticism, stress, anger, tension, and the nervous system learned good things never last. So people stop trusting good moments. They prepare for loss in advance, so it won't hurt as much later. But the problem is, this prevents people from fully experiencing joy. Second reason, addiction to tension. Some people become so used to inner stress that peace itself starts feeling uncomfortable, as if something is missing. So the nervous system unconsciously creates anxiety, just to return to a familiar state, even if that state destroys the person. Third reason, fear of loss. Many people unconsciously believe, if I enjoy this too much, it will hurt more when I lose it. So they reduce their joy in advance. They never fully open to the moment, as if protecting themselves. But in reality, they simply stop living deeply. Now here's the most important part. Life is not made only of big events. Life is made of moments. And if a person cannot stay inside good moments, they slowly lose the taste of life itself. Even if externally life improves. Now let's make this practical. What can you do about it? First, start noticing the moment you interrupt the experience. This alone is already huge, because most people do it automatically. Everything feels good, and suddenly there's overthinking anxiety, future worries, problem searching, the urge to distract yourself. The moment you notice this, pause and ask yourself, am I experiencing this moment or escaping from it? Second, learn to tolerate good feelings. Yes, tolerate them. Because for many people, joy feels unfamiliar to the nervous system. Practice staying in good feelings a little longer than usual. Don't rush to switch attention. Don't instantly grab your phone. Don't immediately start thinking about problems. Just stay there. Even for a little while. Third, stop expecting punishment after joy. This is very deep. Many people unconsciously believe, if life feels too good, something bad must be coming. But that is not reality. That is an old emotional program, and it can slowly be rewritten. Fourth, bring yourself back into your body. Because good moments are experienced through sensation, through breathing, through presence, through contact with reality. Notice what you see, what you hear, what you feel. This helps the nervous system stop escaping sabotafo. Allow good things to become normal, not something rare, not something dangerous, not something temporary, but a natural part of life. This changes a person very deeply. And now the most important part. Imagine how much beauty passes by people simply because they don't know how to stay inside good moments. Their mind constantly runs away, into the future, into anxiety, into control, into fear. And because of that, life starts feeling very short. But when a person slowly learns not to interrupt good moments, life begins to feel completely different. More presence, more warmth, more aliveness, and even simple things start feeling deep again. Because happiness often isn't something that arrives from outside. It's already happening. People just don't stay inside it long enough to truly feel it. If something inside you feels calmer right now, write in the comments, "I allow myself to experience good moments." That matters. You are creating a new inner state. And make sure to subscribe, because we'll continue exploring deeper mechanisms that silently shape human life. And yes, watch this video again, not as motivation, but as a reminder that life is happening right now. And maybe the most important thing you need to learn is how to stop running away from good moments, because anything is possible.